not played since I think it was April. How are you feeling? How's your fitness levels?
Yeah, it's been difficult. Last season I had a lot of injuries, and I haven't obviously played in like 3 months. But yeah, it's good. I'm finding my feet again, and we started pre-season well.
And I'm right in saying you were ill, and that was why you were late coming over here. How are you in terms of that now? Are you back into full training? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm back into full training. I'm over illness now. So yeah, I had to stay behind a few days in Cobham, but now I'm back here training with the team, and I feel good. The
squad that you rejoin right now is obviously very different to the one that ended last season. 12 players sold. There's another 3 back at home. You probably at the end of last season were one of the younger players. You're now one of the more experienced ones. Do you think you'll take on a different role this season?
I think there's a lot of different roles for the players that are still here. There's lots of young players now, so it's time for the ones that have been here longer to step up and try and show the younger ones the ways.
Yeah, and your manager was saying to us a couple of days ago that the captaincy is up for grabs and he wants people to impress him before the start of the season. Is that something that you would potentially like to do, whether it be this season or in the future?
No, of course. I've been at Chelsea my whole life, and it's something that I've always dreamt of. But yeah, I'm sure when the time's right, hopefully it happens.
How much of a challenge do you think this season is going to be with the amount of changes that we see to the squad?
It's definitely going to be a tough season. There's no easy season in the Premier League. Last season was probably the toughest I've experienced. But no, I think we're moving in the right direction. It was very difficult last season because there was lots of change. Some players probably didn't want to be there because they wasn't playing and stuff, so it was difficult. But no, we're on to a new page, and we're looking forward to the season.
Does it feel like that? Does it feel like a clean slate and starting again, obviously with the new manager here as well?
Yeah, definitely. Since the new staff and the managers come in, the energy's changed, and it's been very good atmosphere, and I think you could see that in our recent performances.
Thank you.
I'm going to go to Nazar here.
Well, thank you. Just behind me. Hi, Reece. I just wanted to ask you, do you feel like you're over your injuries, your little injury run of last season, or are you still working on it and you know how you're going to work on it?
I wish I could look into the future. I don't know if they're over, but I'm trying my best to stay on the field. We're working hard with the managing staff and the physios and stuff to try and make sure I'm ready for every game.
Could I just ask, do you have to do anything different to make sure you're on the pitch a bit more? Because, Chelsea missed you a lot last season when you weren't.
No, there's not really been too much changes. This season we don't play in Europe, so the games are broken up. So I think that might play a part in, keeping me on the field as well.
Okay, we've got Tom at the back. Great.
Hi, Reece. You not so long ago you posted a picture of a diary entry that you made, and you said in that you were experienced like the lowest of lows. Can you just talk a little bit further on what that time was like and whether you're sort of over that and how you got over it?
No, as I said, it's mostly related to injuries and the season that we had last season. It was, as I said, it was super tough, and when you get injury after injury after injury and you're not doing your job and what you enjoy, it's very tough, and it takes its toll on you. So yeah, it was a frustrating year, and I think that was the overall summary of it.
And just on this summer, it was mentioned earlier about the amount of change. A lot of those guys are people that you've known for years and years coming up through the academy. What was that like to sort of say goodbye to them?
No, of course, it's never easy saying goodbye to people you've been playing with a long time. But as you all know, this is football. Nothing lasts forever, and sometimes everyone's pathways are different, and when it's time to move on, it's time to take a different route.
Hi, Reece. Speaking about how tough it was having that time out, did you have to do anything in that time mentally to deal with not playing, or did you take anything new on?
No, I didn't really take anything new on. I was just focused on my injury and recovery and trying to get back to full fitness and supporting the team where I can.
Here we go, Dan here.
Hi, Reece. You said that the energy had changed in the club. Can you explain how and why that's happened and how it contrasts to last season, maybe?
No, I think last season we had a lot of bad results, and bad results, they have an effect, and when they're continuous as well, it's not the best to be around. And obviously this season, it's a lot of fresh faces, new staff, and I think it's had a big impact on the players so far, and everyone's excited and can't wait to get started. Yeah, of course.
Very positive. What is he going to say in front of me?
Liam?
Hi, Reece. There's obviously been a lot of new faces in the squad this summer. There were other guys who arrived in January, and this is their first pre-season. So what are you seeing day to day with this group as you're getting to know them, and what do you think you can achieve together?
No, I think it's early to say what we can achieve together, but we're Chelsea Football Club at the end of the day, and, we're ambitious. We don't enter anything not to win, and I don't see why us winning this season is not possible. I think we have a strong group, and, we're only going to get stronger the longer we play together, and, the more we understand each other and how the manager wants us to play.
Have the new signings made an impression on you as people as well as players? Are there some good personalities coming into the group now?
Yeah, of course. A lot of them are young, so they're still finding themselves as players. But no, it definitely seems like a good crowd.
Okay. Thank you.
Three more. I'm going to do Ben, then the two gents in the back.
Hi, Reece. You said that you've always dreamed of being Chelsea captain at least one day. Can you just explain what kind of leader you'd be and what qualities are necessary this season in terms of the more senior players being vocal?
No, I think everyone has a different way of being a leader. Some obviously speak and some show their actions on the field, but I think I could do both. I'd like to think so, and I try and help my team as much as I can. And as I said, there's a lot of young players, and I'll definitely be one to help them where I can.
Hey, Reece, here from NBC locally in Atlanta. Just curious as to what you know about the city of Atlanta and if you've heard anything about the fan base here, just the soccer fan base here in the city.
To be honest, I don't know too much about Atlanta, but I know that the Chelsea fans, all over America, everywhere I go, there's a lot of fans, and the energy seems amazing, and the support's great.
And last one. Yeah. Okay. Finished. Cheers.
Thank you.
For us, and I think always it's good to be back, a player like him, and hope that tomorrow can play.
I think the other day there you referenced like a leadership group, a group of players who you want to sort of be captains. Is he one of those players? Even at 23 years old, he's got that experience, hasn't he? He's been around for a while now.
Yeah, he's one of the possibilities, no? I think we were talking from the beginning, the day one, about his objective and how he was in the last few years on the club, and I think he feel Chelsea. He came from the academy, and of course, he's one of the profiles. He's one of the players that can be for sure on the present and the future the captain of the club.
Can I ask you about the midfield area of your team? Having watched the last couple of games, you appear quite light there in terms of experienced players. You've played a couple of youngsters in there as well. Yes. There's been multiple reports these last 24 hours that West Ham have made a bid for Conor Gallagher and it's been rejected. Where do you stand with that and your midfield area as a whole?
At the moment, we are working, trying to reinforce that area, I think, and other areas also. Yes, but by the way, I think the players that are here on the tour are in our plan, in Chelsea plan, and of course it's in my plan. And at the moment, nothing to say about the players that we have here. And yes, we are working really hard to try to add more players in different areas, and hope that will be possible as soon as possible to add player that we need to start for the pre-season. For the season.
Yeah, and I guess it's difficult to allow players to leave. Someone like Conor Gallagher again, who's got that experience under his belt. I guess it's difficult to let players leave like that when you're short of numbers in that position.
Yeah, but I think always is like we were talking before. Is both parts have to say, and have to agree. At the moment, nothing to say. Conor is in our plan. I was talking with him the first day that he arrived. That is in our plan, and then in football, things can happen. We cannot manage, but at the moment, I think I am happy with him, with his performance. Still 2-year contract, and nothing to say.
Thank you.
Move to Jordan. Sorry.
Hi, Marie. So just in that midfield area, do you have a number in your head of how many more midfielders you need? Could you start the season with just one more new midfielder, or is that not enough?
Well, depend of the situation of different player. I think at least we need one more, and we are working on that. But I see it depend of what is happening in the next few weeks. We will decide and we will take a decision.
So if no one else leaves, just one more is fine?
Yes, at least I think, yes, but this is, yes, that is the idea. That is the idea that we are working, the club is working on that, and I think at least we need to add some player there because I think we need one more, at least with more experience.
Hi, Maurizio.
Hi.
We're halfway through the pre-season tour now. Is it a concern that you haven't got one of those new players in yet in that midfield position?
No, I am not. I think it's a good opportunity for the young guys that have the possibility to play. Still three games to play here, but I think it's good. It's good because I think it's not a problem. We are going to arrive in a good condition to start the season. But in the same way, I think we are testing different players that can play there and can be important maybe for this, for the present and for the future. In some different things, but it's important because to have the possibility to play with these guys in games like it was Brighton and now Newcastle and Fulham and Dortmund, I think it's important for them because it's a real competition. Is to see the equality, and I think it's important.
Any more questions from Liam?
Hi, Mauricio. Given how badly Chelsea struggled for goals last season, how encouraging has it been for you to see Christopher Nkunku, Nicholas Jackson, the way they've taken their chances in games? We saw Mykhailo Mudryk take his chance really well against Brighton as well. Are you seeing a level of confidence among your attacking players?
Well, I think it's a new start. We cannot think in the past. It's a new start. Like I was talking, Reece. New energy, new atmosphere, new dynamic also. No, I think we have players that can score goals. At the moment, in 2 games, we score. Keep going there with building the confidence. The offensive player need to score to build their confidence, and yes, we need to support them.
We're going to go Ben, then Nazar, then the back to finish.
Hi, Maurizio. We've always spoken about a big 6 in the Premier League and historically a big 4 before that. Now that Newcastle are in the Champions League, is it fair to be referring to a big 7? And more broadly, what do you make of Newcastle and their chances this season?
Big 20, Premier League is big 20. I've seen all the Premier team on the Premier League are really strong. I think it's very competitive. The Premier is very competitive. Yes, now it's changing a little bit the perception also. It's true in the past was different team that were, there, like Newcastle now. But yes, I think it's the most competitive league in the world. That is why I think sometimes it's unfair now to say top 7, top 6, which team you put there. Depend of the table. The last season is Chelsea was out, Tottenham was out of the top 6, you know. And I think I think it's a very competitive league, and of course now I think we need to stop to talk about the top 4, top 6, or top 7.
Hi Maurizio, I just wondered, there's some rumours around Gallagher and Mason Mount left, and how important is it, you know, with your Spurs team that you had as well, that there's an English core, a core of academy players in your team that, you know, people can identify with?
Yes, I know, but the most important is all the situation, first of all, like Reece was talking, is to decide to be here with Chelsea. And that is the most important. And then if you came from outside or came from through the academy, it's the same. You need to feel that your desire is to be here and be commitment with Chelsea. If you are no commitment with the project, and we will find the solution for both sides, the best solution. But at the moment, I think all the players that we have here are commitment to help the team, to help the club, to be on the same. Historically on the same position that was, and of course if things happen, don't worry, the club will inform, but at the moment nothing to say, and all the players that are here, I am happy with the attitude and the commitment.
Last one back here, please.
Hi Mauricio.
Hi.
There's been rumors around Chelsea signing or having a Matthew signing at this moment. Obviously, Neymar, Chelsea has been linked with Neymar in the past, and also, as of now, Mbappe also has been heavily linked with Chelsea. Would you fancy that move? You would like to see Mbappe playing in the Premier League? And if yes, would you like to see him playing for Chelsea?
I think in our past we work in Paris Saint-Germain, and with Kylian, I think I need to be conscious that I cannot talk, because everything that you talk maybe is too much noise. I think it's a situation very delicate, and it's a situation that they need to fix in Paris with Kylian with Paris Saint-Germain. And yes, but from our side, nothing to say. I think we are working on our reality. Our reality is different, and of course, they for sure they have another reality. And from my side, nothing to say. Only to support them. Hope that find the best solution for both sides, because it's a club that I love, Paris, because I was a player, was a captain, and was a coach. And of course, with Kylian, we create a very good relationship, and we have a big affection for him. Hope that they can find the best solution for both sides.